Urban infrastructure is essentially the backbone of our cities, from the way simple highways are constructed to the immense planning and preparation behind our tallest skyscrapers. Unfortunately, America's framework hasn't been aging very well, and it's only going to get worse at this rate. The American Society of Civil Engineers maintains a report card for different categories of the infrastructure across the country. The best grade on that card is a B for our railways, and it only gets worse. The whole of America's infrastructure has earned a grade of only D+. Luckily, nothing is considered so bad as to deserve an F, but at this rate, some serious work needs to be done to keep it that way.
The average age of fixed capital infrastructure stock depends on three factors: the rate of construction of new facilities, the depreciation rate of existing ones, and the book or expected longevity of all structures. Age alone is an incomplete indicator of infrastructure condition and does not necessarily relate to the level of service though about 1970, new state and local capital structures were built, forcing a decline in their average age. During this year, federal structures aged significantly, from 10 years to 20 years old on average. Since 1970, both federal and non-federal capital structures aged at a relatively slow pace. It is interesting to note that although federal structures are older, on average, than the state and local structures, it is apparent that the nation as a whole is not adding new capital stock as rapidly as it once did. In fact, the rate at which new capital stock is built now exceeds, by only a small margin, the rate at which existing stock depreciates. This data alone may not indicate a significant decline in the productivity of our existing capital structures. And financial costs of neglecting infrastructure problems can be substantial. These costs include higher long-term construction and repair costs for facilities that are not properly maintained, higher costs borne by the users of inadequate facilities, and potential constraints on economic development.
Overall, American infrastructure is experiencing rapid decay and becoming impossible to use. However, today's engineers can solve these problems. By using new engineering technologies and careful planning, we can create infrastructure that lasts.